Oops, hold on, y'all. The thing came out so fast. How y'all doing? I didn't want nothing. I'm just on a quick little lunch break. Today is Angie Stone's funeral. So I've been listening to that while I was at work. I had my earpiece in. I was listening to some of that. It's a lot of people watching that. Thousands and thousands. Hey, Josh. Hey, Kizzy. Thousands and thousands of people are watching Angie Stone's funeral. I've posted a couple of videos about Angie Stone's passing, the driver, and I did make one. I had a misread and a typo. The twin passengers that were in there, I misread it. I don't know why I thought it said. She said we. I thought she said we're here. We're happy. She said. I mean, she said we're here, not we're happy. Hello, how y'all doing? So I misread that article on about the death of Angie, and one of the people that watched my video let me know. Thank you so much. Because I was like, why would this person say we're happy? But she said no. She said we're here, honey. I didn't have my reading glasses on. I'm sorry. So I pinned that comment. It's on the latest video that I dropped about the driver. So, but yes, that they did not say we're happy. I mean, we're here. They said we're here, not happy. See, I still can't get it right. I still can't get it right. I guess I'm ready to get off. But today is Angie Stone's funeral. I've been listening. They're saying a lot of nice things about her. A couple of times it seems like, I didn't know. She said, one guy, he said he was 20 years old, and Angie asked him to be her manager. And she took him to her meeting, the No More Rain song, took him to her meeting with her to meet Clive Davis. I'm thinking he was only 20, had never managed anyone. Is that why she didn't get none of her royalties? She had poor management. He didn't know what he was doing. I mean, no offense to Angie or him, but Clive Davis saw him coming. I'd like an order of your macaroni and cheese, please.
A small or large?
Small.
Will that be all for you?
That'll be all.
$2.75.
You okay? Well, yeah. So Angie's manager, he was 20 years old. He had never managed anyone. And she said, well, you're going to manage me. And she took him. She let him hear the song, No More Rain. And he went to the meeting with her, with Clive Davis. And whatever deal he struck, didn't get Angie any money. As we know, because she was fighting for her money, saying that how they stole all of her royalties. You know, she's not getting any of her royalties, any of her, no money. I don't understand how they, thank you, how they do that. Taking all her money, had her running around here playing and singing at all these little spots, and they getting all her money, and it's her voice. It's just pathetic. I want some lemonade now. I want some lemonade. But yeah, please check out the videos I've dropped on about Angie Stone. Her daughter did, I think, make a little, I won't call it a mistake, but I've been told that it's all in how you deliver, because I come across sometimes as being a little, lack of a better word, rude maybe, uncaring or whatever, because of the way I put things. But Angie Stone's daughter, And I'm going to go over that video and look at some of the comments. People have been letting her have it because she went on, she dropped her cash app. But, you know, people do that. You know, I've given money to people sometimes when, you know, when they lose someone, you know, you give them money, you buy, you know, because right in the, when things happen, you haven't gotten the insurance money yet. You just never know. Everyone might need a little help. So people were asking her evidently to drop her cash app. And so she dropped her cash app. Angie's Black Lady Diamond did. And Diamond Stone. And people let her have it. She dropped the video live on Facebook. And you can go to my channel and watch it. And Angie Stone's daughter was like, I'm going to say this one time and one time only. And she was like, you know, somebody asked, they were asking for my cash app. So I dropped my cash app. If you don't want to donate, you don't have to donate. But she said one thing that I agree with. You know, she said, be careful what you let come out of your mouth, because karma will swoop back around on you. It will come back for you. And I believe that. So now people have been saying, well, what do you want money for? And why are you so rude? And oh, this, that, and the other. You know, y'all know what? It be the trolls for me. But so I don't think she deserved all of the comments that's been coming her way. I don't think Angie Stone's daughter. These Stones, you know, you can get confused. Everyone can have a slip up of the tongue. It's easy to do. As you see, I did last night in my video that I recorded and uploaded. Okay. Oh, let them trolls live. Get them, Josh. You got them, Josh. Angie needs her money for her songs. I don't understand how, but I think taking a 20-year-old to be your manager who has never managed anyone ever before in their life to meet with Clive Davis, who's the biggest pit snake of them all when it comes to music, you might not be getting your royalties later in life. But I'm going to tell you, Michael Jackson outsmarted them all. He purchased half of Sony. He owned his stuff. You know what? He may have been a quiet, talking, smooth, moonwalking young man, but Michael Jackson was first and foremost a businessman. That's why his 3 children, whom are they really his children? I don't know. Yeah, he says they're his children. They're his children. Own his estate, with his mom being a lifetime over the estate or whatever they call it until she passes. And then it's for the kids, but he left nothing else to no one else but his mom. But Michael Jackson, my point is, he owned his catalog, he owned his music, his royalties and all of that. And a lot of these people, when they're not independent and they become like Angie Stone and they go into these companies and meet with the Clive Davises of the world and bring a 20-year-old this man just spoke at her funeral and said that, they come in here and just type anything, and said that, you know, he told her, I've never managed anyone before. He just spoke at her funeral. You know, he spoke very well. He had nothing but awesome things to say about Angie. And that just shows, his point was how big of a heart Angie had and how Angie helped him, because now he has she helped him get his own music label, record label and everything. And he was able to meet so many stars through Angie. Angie was a giver. She helped people. And all people did was take from her. You can clearly see people took from her. And they treated her horribly when it came to her and D'Angelo, because she was a beautiful, dark-skinned female like myself, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. She was a darker-skinned sister. D'Angelo at his prime was very fit, thin, you know, body in shape. That song he wrote, it was for Angie. It was for Angie. And that is Michael's father. And no one knew that they were dating, really, because they didn't want Angie to be seen out in public with him, because at the time she was a little overweight. And they did a campaign. She talks about this on her YouTube channel. She was revealing all of the deep, dark secrets of the industry and all of the things people had done to her. and how they wanted D'Angelo not to be with her, not to be around her, and orchestrated a breakup. They started sending out letters to keep her and D'Angelo apart. And eventually he folded, and he went on and got a woman that was more suitable for him in the music. But what they didn't know, D'Angelo was a big man too. Bigness ran in his family. He was just a big bone man. And as you can see, his son got it. His son got it from he got it from his mom and his daddy, pretty much. Michael, Swave, whatever he goes by, he's a big fellow. But D'Angelo, although he may have been, he was cut at the time he made that song. But, you know, he later gained that weight back. It's hard to keep weight off. You know, it's hard. And Angie was also on medication. She had diabetes. She had other issues that was putting that weight on her. And for them to not want her to go on different talk shows and, you know, Oprah and things of that nature, it was just cruel. Because, and I heard allegedly, I heard Alicia Keys compared Angie Stones to a ape or something. Why? Because she's high yellow with pretty hair, and she can sing, and she's thin. I mean, is that it? I'm asking. Inquiry minds want to know as I sit in the drive-thru. I'm at Wendy's. I want some of their raspberry lemonade, but I only have a 30-minute lunch break. I'm working. I'm doing 2 jobs right now. I'm trying to get back into my YouTube channel and start posting more, and I do have a full-time job. So if you don't see me post all the time, it's because I have a full-time job. But yes, I heard that, I read it online. So it's alleged that Alicia Keys compared Angie Stone to a ape. Angie Stone it's more beautiful to me than Alicia. That's just my opinion. But my whole point of this short live was today is Angie's homegoing. I will continue to talk about the things, how she was mistreated in the industry, how they broke her and D'Angelo up because she was a dark-skinned, big bone sister like myself. You know, I'll continue to talk about that. It was wrong. You know, people judge people a lot of times based on the way they look. You know, and women will often shame other women and talk about their looks. They will sometimes gather with men to talk about women and how they look. You know, it's a horrible thing that women do this to other women. You know, and then mainly it's in the black culture. Black women will do this to other black women. Will turn on each other and gang up with men to belittle and demean women. But yeah, Angie, she was fighting for her royalties. She wanted her money. She wanted her money. And another thing, I talked about it last night. 8 other people in that van survived. The first crash, however that happened, nobody knows how it happened. What did they hit? Was the driver asleep because a large raspberry lemonade, please?
Large raspberry lemonade?
Yes. That's all.
$2.64.
So that driver, he had a criminal history. The paperwork show reported that. And you know, and everyone has a history. Not holding that against him, because some of it did happen a long time ago. But if you're driving around with suspended licenses and you're doing all this credit card theft, you know, you ain't no telling what you kind of a bind you might be in and what somebody could get you to do. I've never been one to buy into all of these conspiracy theories, Illuminati and all of that, and people knocking out people for a come up and a sacrifice. But we're going to wait and see who comes up, who all of a sudden blows up. I mean, you know, they said that about J Hud. You know, her entire family pretty much got wiped out. Now she's starting a new family. So I don't know. It's just my thoughts. My thoughts. They said some trucking company of driver, same company as the truck that hit Tracy Morgan. No. Well, it was a Walmart truck that hit Tracy Morgan. It was a Walmart truck that hit Tracy Morgan, remember? It was a Walmart truck that hit Tracy Morgan. But you know what? I don't know now. I'm kind of believing some of these theories because all of these other people walked out with minor cuts and bruises. Even the driver. How is it that Angie Stone, the only person that died I know. It was her time. God called her. When it's your time, it's your time. But it's awful strange. It's awful strange. Just like with Whitney and her daughter both dying of overdose. It's just weird. It's just weird that having money and fame and fortune and it can be fun, but there's a lot of evilness, I believe, that comes with it. You got a lot of evilness with people making $300 or $400 a month on YouTube. They willing to take a soul for $400 or $500 a month on YouTube. They're willing to sell their entire family out and everything. So I can imagine what millions would do to people. Angie Stone was a beautiful, sweet soul. She will be dearly missed. May God say, yes, she will be dearly missed. But I hope her family can somehow get her royalties, get her money that was due to her that she was fighting for. She said she should have retired 20 years ago. She shouldn't have to be running around singing at jazz fest and all that type of stuff unless she just felt like it, unless she was bored. But she was having to do that to really just make money and support her family and her grandchildren and her parent. She said she was taking care of one parent. It's hard. It's hard out here, especially when you're dealing with a lot of criminals in the music industry. We know how the music industry can be, i.e. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Bad Boy himself. And I think Angie never really got involved with him. Someone was saying that if Angie Stone's son Michael had been thin and more handsome, which there's nothing wrong, and lighter, nothing wrong with his color, but they want you to look a certain way in the industry. I'm glad he didn't, because P. Diddy would have had his hands all over him. And another thing, he was not in the truck, that van with his mom. He was not one of the passengers. People were saying that the son was in the vehicle and he may have even been driving. No, people are just making up stuff, lying. Those kids, I believe, love their mother. Now, Angie and her daughter may have had some issues. They may have had but a lot of family have issues. Her daughter didn't come out here blasting her and dogging her on the internet and in the society of which they ran, with all of the rich folks and that. She didn't do that. They had their issue, and like Angie say, ain't no child of hers gonna disrespect her. I agree with her on that. But those kids, I don't think, had anything to do with what happened to their mother. The son was not in the car. He was nowhere around. It was that Latrell, whatever is that, Carter, driving, who has an extensive criminal history and has often driven with suspended licenses. He was the one driving the truck, the van that turned over, the Mercedes van. It had one wreck, and then along comes a tractor trailer or whatever truck and hits it, and that what takes out Angie. Well, why didn't it take out anybody else? Where were they? And where was Angie? I just don't get it. None of that has been explained to me. This one hit me hard because I was and still are one of her biggest fans. Yes, my favorite song is Black Brother. I ain't gonna even try to sing it and disrespect it like that. Yeah, the music in it is pure evil. Yes, they are pure evil. And then they got mad at Albie, sure, because he mentioned something about her health. I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't have. But I think the music industry is evil. I'm glad that P. Diddy, Puffy, wasn't interested in Angie Stone's son. The son and the daughter had nothing to do with their mom's demise. The son was not in the car. I'm just trying to keep it real, because whenever I report, because you can go and look it up, my catalog of videos I've done on reporting, I try to spit nothing but facts. I try to have the documents, court papers, or whatever I need so I can keep it real and keep it 100. And I was reading information, And when I had seen someone had did live saying the son was in the car. But then when I read the actual report, the police reports and stuff, no, it listed all of the passengers. I read it last night on my show. The son was not in the vehicle. The daughter was not in the vehicle. But the driver was driving and he got shipped off to the hospital with minor bruises. The other people on it, some of them didn't even have to go to the hospital. It's amazing. I'm at Wendy's, y'all. I'm getting my lemonade and then I'm heading back to work. I want to thank you guys for supporting me and popping in. And
So
I had a large raspberry lemonade.
yeah, we don't have raspberry. I don't.
Pomegranate, whatever that is.
Okay.
The large one. I said it wrong. Ooh, I didn't mean to flip y'all. I said that wrong. But yeah, Angie Stone's funeral is on right now. Catch it. I'm going to go back to listening to it. She was outside the van. Well, I guess they had the wreck and she was standing outside and the truck came through and hit her. Little Rock, Arkansas, Broadway. That's where I'm at. Yes, ma'am. Woo, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Have a good, yes, y'all have a good day too. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Let me put my card up. Y'all have a good day too. I appreciate it. Rest in peace to Angie Stone, Queen of Neo Soul. Beautiful voice. Justice for Angie Stone's royalties. She needs her money. And every singer should be like Michael Jackson. Buy the company. Buy what you need to buy. Purchase your own royalties. Purchase your music. It's your voice. And get you a manager that's experienced. Don't take a 20-year-old to a meeting with Clive Davis who's never managed anyone before. You could end up not owning any of your royalties, which that's what happened to Angie. Her manager at the time was 20 years old, had never managed anyone. She said, "You're going with me. You're going to be my manager." He told the story. It was awesome that she gave him a chance, but he didn't manage right. He didn't negotiate right. And everything is negotiable in life as long as you're still breathing, okay? You guys, thank you for listening. I'll talk to y'all later. Please become a member of my channel. It's $1.99 a month. Thank you.